Yeah, my wonderful people. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Happy new, happy weekend to you all. Oh, sorry, I wanted to say happy new week. Happy weekend to all my fans out there, family members, even all my people. Wait on they get ready for Bang Bang Dim Dim today because today is Friday, TGIF. Thank God it's Friday. Well, I welcome you all to this early morning Friday morning, Friday morning broadcast. Now, waiting they worry me this morning. Say, be like say, I don't smoke Igbo. Hey, chai. Because I have a lot on my head and I have a lot on my mind. I have a lot to say on my mouth. That is why it seems like I'm jumping walls. No, I be onyara. I beg you, make on and no call me madman. Because I say. If but my own case is different because that is a lot to say. I come across this headline and I said, let me bring this to my people because they said information is the key. And the reason and the difference between a poor man and a rich man is what? Information. Information is power as well. So, it's got to do with religion. I know many people will bash me at the comment section. Some people will call me antichrist or whatever. But the truth needs to be told. No matter who is God's. But let me tell us the truth. There's one of our brother is a filmmaker as well and also a producer in the Nollywood industry. He came out this morning and to try to illustrate this very particular issue. Not that going to church is not good. Not that being a religious person is not good. But according to him, he said religion has done Africa more harm than good. Filmmaker Austin Fayani, this one happens to be the husband to our actress where his name be Chacha AK, or I still remember that one where to the call and call for film. She see the fight. So that is why I say let me brought it to my people, and people who agree with me will agree with me. People who will still doubt it will doubt it because the white people came to Africans. There's one thing. How I wish I will see that writing. Message 1886 that Herbert Macaulay wrote to England, 1886. I don't know how they came across that very write-up. You understand me? What he wrote concerning Nigeria, he said he have told all the African countries, including Nigeria, that he have tried all he can to break them, but they cannot. Because of their belief in their gods. You understand? So when he wrote that message to England, that is when England devised a means that the only thing that they can take to break the Africans and the Nigeria as well is to make them to know that their gods are irrelevant unless they are being introduced to white gods. And that is how they break our backbone. Until today, African man still believe there's elsewhere called heaven, hellfire, or whatever. Let me make it clear to you. It's either you agree with me or you argue it, or you do what, or you disagree with me. But let me make it clear to you. There's no any place called heaven or hellfire. You are in this life and you are suffering. You are living from hand to mouth. My brother, you are in a deep hellfire. What hellfire that passed that one? People who are enjoying life on this earth, my dear brothers, my dear sisters, they are in their heaven. Believe it or you leave it. Nobody have ever died and go and come back and tell us, look for all these ones that they just want to arrange miracles. It have happened to me. I have become a churchian, even right from my childhood until to this age. When I said, when I call it a quit, not that I don't believe that God. After all, before the white man came, our people have been answering Chukwu Emeka, Uche Chukwu, and the rest of them. Uche Chukwu, now they turn to God's mind. And then they turn everything to English, and then our people abandon their own heritage. The only thing we only speak about is the saints. Saint Andrew, Saint Christopher, Saint this and Saint that. Pedophiles who died in those days is what we regard as saints. Then our own ancestors, we're supposed to be our own saints, we turn them to witchcraft. That is how we keep on going from church to church, praying against our ancestors. They have hold me down, they do this, they do that, they make sacrifice on their head. No any father that will born a child and do a sacrifice for that child not to prosper. Every father prayer is that let my son be bigger than me. But these people come and hypnotize us, brainwash us. Our forefathers, sorry, not us. And I thank God that now many Africans have been waking up from their deep slumber. A white man will tell you, oh, I will teach you road to heaven, but road to his own country that have basic amenities is very, very far. It be like going into a deep sea with just walking on top of the water. The same people who come and tell us that, oh, there is a heaven, but they beautify their own country, living in a very comfortable environment. But they will turn to Africa and make them to believe that there's a place called heaven that they don't need to worry about, that when they die, they will go there and enjoy things. Why they are living from hand to mouth in the real life. Then it was when they die, they will begin to enjoy all those things in spirit. And people are believing it. And they keep on going to church from church to church. It's only in Africa you will see people praying for miracles with empty-handed. Nobody don't even have a place of work, not even have any business. But they are believing that, oh, God will do miracle. How? And I don't mind, it's a devil's workshop. And that's exactly what our pastors have that captured on and use it against the gullibles. Well, let me believe with this man that religion have really done more harm in the African nation than good. Anyway, my wonderful people, this is where we are going to anchor our headline. I have a lot to say, but I have to take it one after the other so that when you listen to this part, this message will have part 2 of it. Just be ready for the part 2 because part 2, I'm going to split fire. Enough is enough. If you tell me there's a place called heaven, we all keep on calling Chinese, oh, they are infidel, they don't know anything about God. But almost every electrical appliance you use in your home is being produced by those infidels. An average Chinese will be on a factory thinking of how to build new refines as the world is expanding. But an average Nigerian or Africans will be in the church praying for miracles that have never existed. Praying for upliftment. Praying for how they will be walking on the way and somebody will lose probably $1 billion in a briefcase and they will pick it up. Even myself, I follow have that kind of mindset. Going to church, walking kilometers to go to church and coming back kilometers. Then you use the little you have to contribute to those ones who keep telling us there's a heaven. Why they are busy riding private jets? Why do those people do not wait until when they go to that heaven, they will buy those private jets there? But simply because they have known that all this thing does not exist. That the heaven and earth and planetary or hellfire is on this earth. Some people live from the day they were born until the day they leave this earth. They don't know anything about electric. They are going to heaven. And those people, they are going to heaven. If there's any place called heaven, they tell me these people, they'll be beautifying, buying many cars on this earth. Then who will drive them when they must left? Okay, they try to enjoy their own heaven on this earth, right? So when they're gone, when they must leave this earth, they will go there and enjoy keke pepe. Is that what I'm trying to tell me? Come off it now, Anyway, thank God the Africans are beginning to wake up. Thank God our eyes beginning to open. That the colonial masters done a lot of harms than good in our lives and in our environs. Anyway, my wonderful people, let us go straight to the reason why we are here. I know I must have talking too much, but I try to hit the nail on the head so that anyone listening to my voice this morning will know I am not an antichrist. Let me make it clear to you so that you will not come to my comment section and say like this, like that. Most of you that will even comment now, I have done more good in the church than you people. Because I myself, I don't want to call that country. I have bought a bus of acres and $500. How much it is? 2017 to 2018. And give to a church. That bus does not last 24 hours. I don't want to call the country. The pastor sold that bus and used the money in building church in Nigeria. It's part of the thing. That is the same pastor that is preaching to us that there's a heaven. While even me self that they use my money to be building God, have not even have a single block, one single block in my own father's house. That is church for you. When they hypnotize you, when they brainwash you, my dear, you leave what you're supposed to be doing and doing other things. It's only in Nigeria that will be in lockdown. The pastors and the prophets and reverend fathers, we create a platform whereby you can be donating your tithe and your offerings through online. While you and your family will be dying in hunger, they will be living extravagantly large with people's money. When you complain, the ones that can never be restored again in this life unless they die and come back to life, they will tell you, touch not my anointing and do my prophet no harm. For making that nonsense statement. Anyway, let us go to the reason why we are here. But remember, you need to like, share, comment, and also subscribe. All very, very important and very, very necessary. Well, another issue we have here, this one got to do with the aviation in the southeastern region of the country. According to experts, they said aviation critical to southeast economy development. Yes, of course, we need it. We need it in a very large quantum. Well, it seems like they have started dredging this Niger River port. There's one video I watched yesterday, and they said if that is true, it's really a very big development. And most of our people who have been scattered all over the world will now realize that they need to come back home and continue from where they stopped. Anyway, my wonderful people, viewers and subscribers, anyway, where you do, I beg go, let us go to the reason why we are here. Another headline here is the Abure not sacked. A papa's camp twisted appeal court judgment. This one is a crisis. Where done the Hammer Labour Party since or after the so-called presidential election and other etc. Well, my people, let us go there. Religion has done more harm and African than good. All over Africans. Austin Fiani, popular Nigerian filmmaker and actress, Chacha Ake's husband, says religion has done more harm than good in Africa. Fiani stated this while revealing some of the sacrifices he made when his wife was mentally ill. Speaking at the Meticulous People Foundation Outreach, a foundation that deals with mental illness owned by Chacha, Fiani recounted how a pastor deceived him into sacrificing goats in a bid to heal his wife mentally. Sharing the video on her Instagram page, Chacha Eke wrote, "The universe knew I would need 7, and so they sent Austin Fiani my way." He said, "I am a very religious person, but I believe religion has done more harm to Africans than anything else." And I totally believe with you. In November of 2012, I took her, that is his wife, to a church because I told the pastor that my father-in-law killed a lot of cows for her. He said I should kill something for her as well. So I ran to the Abraka market and bought a big goat for her. But at the end of the day, the same thing kept happening. Well, this one is coming from the office of Fiani, which is that is our actress husband, Chacha Eke, and whatever it is. So let us, I think, take most of your time, just a little bit of your time to read what Chacha Eke wrote on her Instagram page. Read this. Many mad people didn't end up on the street because they killed somebody, did juju or abused drugs. Most of them ended up so because they didn't take the right drugs at the times when it mattered the most. The consequences of untreated manic episodes is madness, according to her. Madness can be averted when the persons having mental breakdown take their prescribed medications steadily. On a hearing, so please, if you are having any mental illness, try to do what? Visit a doctor. Even myself, it happened to me. I once went to one Chinese hospital. When they diagnosed my brain, they find out that they said my brain is too hot. So they gave me the stipulated medicine and gave me instructions on what to do. That I should stop pressing phone 2 to 3 hours before I close my eye to sleep. So which I did that and abide by it. I took my medicine seriously, and at the end of it all, I can be able to regain myself and get everything done. So that is the way it is. If you're having any mental breakdown, not until you run mad to the street, or not until you take drugs, or until you smoke something, then you will know that my brain is not working properly, my dear. Everybody have to know exactly how your brain functions, and doing that will enable you to know when you are going out of point. So that is all the very, very important and very, very necessary. So my wonderful people, in another development, they said, and I quote, expert is saying that aviation is critical to Southeast economic development. Only if the Fulani control government of the Nigeria will agree to this, because all they are doing is to make sure that Southeast still remain in abject poverty. Not minding that the Southeast does not depend on government to thrive. What they ask for you is just all these basic amenities. We don't need your money. We don't need your allocations. Just make sure there's a functioning seaport, 1 or 2, 3, and also international standard airports that will convey the goods that our people are importing, because we'll deal on business and other businesses, and under other importations that is got to do with airports and seaports. Aviation industry experts on Tuesday described the sector as very critical towards the rapid economic development of the southeastern region. They spoke during the aviation career meeting held at the Coal City University, Enugu, urging all the Southeast stakeholders to develop a blueprint towards making the zone an aviation hub in the country, only if they will agree. But rather, they will carry the money and went to Abuja to build mansions. The likes of P2B, the likes of Obi Kubana, and the rest of them, Emeka, for all of them, they have driven businesses out there. What do they call this one? Former Anambra State Governor, Obiano. All of them, they have mansions and other businesses outside or outskirts of the country. They observed that the region, as a landlocked area, needed to optimize the use of its airspace to ensure speedy movement of goods and services. For Southeasterners, you tell me they are landlocked. It's a very, 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 very liar from the pit of hell. The event was organized by Skyville Integrated Solutions in collaboration with the Coal City University with support from Ethiopian Airlines. The convener and the chief executive officer of Skyline Integrated Solutions, Uche Ugu, in an address, said that the collaboration with the stakeholders was to reportedly align with the International Air Transport Association's IATA objective to cultivate more than 50,000 African aviation professionals in the next 2 decades. Well, we have to start from somewhere. They said that the aim was to create a new passion for the aviation business among youth, students, and professionals across the Southeast, who will drive the vision of having a flourishing aviation industry in the Southeast. With Aviation Career Meet, we are creating a platform where these dreams can take root, where talents can be nurtured, and where the aviation industry can flourish. Our theme for this year, which is Inspiring Careers, Furthering Aviation for Economic Development, encapsulates our mission succinctly, according to the expert. Today, as we gather here, we do not merely celebrate an event, but rather an opportunity to inspire the next generation of aviation professionals and to chart a course towards greater economic development through aviation. Together, let us inspire careers, further aviation, and contribute to the economic development of our beloved Enugu State, the Southeast region, Nigeria, and Africa as a whole, he said. On his part, the Vice Chancellor of the Coal City University, Professor Afamo Echa Ituma, announced that the school had concluded arrangement to start an aviation management and commercial pilot training programs, stating that it was prepared to fill the knowledge gap in the industry. According to him, for Coal City University, this conference is a useful precursor to the establishment of a world-class aviation management program and commercial pilot training geared towards producing competent and well-qualified personnel for the Nigerian and African aviation industry. We appeal to key actors in the aviation industry to consider working with the university to actualize the vision of establishing the proposed aviation management and commercial pilot training programs in order to produce the much-needed, highly skilled human resources for the aviation sector in Africa. On his part, former Managing Director and CEO Nama Nnamdi Udo encouraged Southeast governments and residents to explore limitless opportunities in aviation, revealing that anyone could find an opportunity in the aviation sector. He said that aviation is able to give us, that is the Southeast, the amount of money we make in oil. Here I'm noting that the conference was organized to make Enugu an aviation hub. Other speakers at the event spoke on the urgent need for a concerted effort towards maximizing the potentials of the aviation sector for the growth and development of the Southeast region. So that's all the thing take bit. So my people saying that here we go live on now. I will come back. I'm coming back again because today, Friday. I don't say there's a lot of bang but remember that I never leave my duty to go to do bang unless when the time is right. So back when I do what, take this one to notificate you. I'm coming back again with another blockbuster. Remember, you have a duty to perform on this message. Share it, like it, comment on it, and also subscribe. All the very, very important and very, very necessary, because the religion have done more harm in Africans as a whole than good. Should do this, and you will receive your reward when the time is right. Have a nice day. May the good Lord bless us all, the Father and the Son and of the Holy Spirit. I'm coming back with another blockbuster. Have a nice day. Okay, Messiano.